So welcome all of you. ISKCON Seshadripuram presents Japa workshop. So we are doing day 2. So what did we all see yesterday? What did we see yesterday? Anybody wants to recollect? What were the points that we saw yesterday? There were a few things, right, that we began with. 4 questions, correct? What was the first question?
The fence eating the crops,
Crops.
Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Yes, thank you, Mataji. Second question?
The jar is not filling with the same cups.
Okay, thank you,
When
Mataji.
we are pouring from the jar to the cups, when we are refilling it, is not
Not
closing.
filling
It's not
it.
filling.
Yes. Anybody else? Third question?
The third one is
Not
The elephant passes through the needle.
needle. Yes. But what is getting struck?
Tail is getting stuck.
Tail is getting struck. Correct. And what was the fourth question? Was it a solution or was it a problem again? Fourth one.
It was a solution.
Correct.
So much we can make mistakes, but one chanting of Lord make us to get out of this world, material world.
Correct. Correct. Yes. Right. We saw all the faults of Kali Yuga, right? Right. And what is that one thing that is very, very good, even though we are in this degraded age of Kali Yuga?
Hare Krishna Mahamantra.
Yes, Srija Mataji. Yes, chanting of the holy names. So potent that it can liberate any person for that matter. Right? We saw that yesterday. Correct? Okay. Very nice. Let's begin with the blessings of Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra, Sudarshan, Gaur Nitai Bhagwan ki jai, Parashuram Bhagwan ki jai, Vamandev Bhagwan ki jai, Panchatattva Bhagwan ki jai. Let's all recite the prayers. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanasalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namo
Namo Om
Om
Vishnupadaya Krishnaprestaye
Bhutale Shri
Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namine
Namaste
Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pascharya Deshatarini Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So this program is dedicated to His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, founder Acharya of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Okay, so today we are going to see what is the meaning of this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Okay, and what are these words, the most important words, right? Hare, Krishna and Rama are repeated, right, in Maha Mantra. Correct? How many times is Hare repeated? Anybody wants to say?
Is it 8, Mataji?
8 times.
Right. Hare is repeated to 8 times. Correct. And how many times Krishna is there?
4 times.
How many times Rama is there?
4 times.
So 16 total, right? 8 plus 4 plus 4. Correct? So what is the meaning of Hare? The first word that we pronounce in the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Right? Whom are we addressing as Hare? Is it the Lord himself? Or it's Lord's divine energy? Right? Hare. Yes, Mataji.
It's energy.
Energy of the Lord. Who is it? Who is the energy of the Supreme Lord?
Radharani.
Radharani.
She is a person. She is Srimati Radharani, the most beloved devotee of the Lord. Right? She's the topmost devotee of all the yogis, the topmost yogis, she is the topmost devotee. Right? That is Srimati Radharani, who is the Ahladini Shakti of the Supreme Lord. She is the one who gives pleasure to the Lord. Right? Energetic. Right? Energetic is Krishna and energy is Srimati Radharani. Okay? So we are praying to Hare. Hare means we are referring to Srimati Radharani. And who is Krishna? What is the meaning of Krishna? What is this name Krishna? There are many names for Krishna, right? We say Govinda, we say Gopala, we say Murali, we say Murari. There are many names for Krishna, Vishnu. But Krishna is the original name of Lord, the Supreme Lord. And that means all attractive. He can attract all the demons, he can attract all the devatas, he can attract ordinary beings, he can attract everybody actually. Through his activities, through his, dressing sense, through his, jokes or, so much talented is Lord Krishna. He's a master of 64 arts. We try to learn arts, right? We try to teach arts, learn arts. Lord Krishna, he learned each art in one single day. Not just learning like us, I just learned some drawing, ho gaya, no. Expert. That is Lord Krishna. The attractive and source of all energies, the whole manifestation, the material as well as spiritual world, they are all run by the energies of Krishna. And for all the energies, the source is the Supreme Lord Krishna. Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govinda Sarvakarana Karanam. And then what is Rama? Who is Rama? He is the reservoir of all pleasure. He is the one who gives pleasure to all the living beings. When we chant or when we engage ourselves in devotional service, we get a lot of happiness from within. Right? And the pleasure, who is the giver of the pleasure? That is Rama. That is the name Ram. And who it could be Balaram, Parashuram, Nityananda Ram, no? Mariana Purushottam Ram, all Ramas are the pleasure reservoir. They're all giver of the pleasure. Now, that is the meaning of this Hare Krishna Rama, the three names. And the meaning of Mahamantra. What does this Mahamantra mean? Is there any meaning for this Mahamantra? Is it a prayer? Yes, it's a prayer. It's a request. What are we requesting? Oh Krishna, oh energy of Krishna, Srimati Radharani. And what are we praying? Please engage me in your service. Give me some service. Please engage me to serve the Supreme Lord. And who is the person who can engage us in the service? That is Srimati Radharani. That is why we are saying, oh Hare, Hare Krishna. Right? For all, we have to do something. Say, for example, I'm supposed to meet the Prime Minister. So I cannot get direct appointment, right? I should go through his secretary, personal secretary. Right? He can give me some appointment. He can give me something that I can work for the Prime Minister, whatever. Right? Or I can get some appointment, I can talk to him, or right, I can tell my plans, if at all I have some plans to talk about something, some program, etc. Right? So directly we cannot approach Krishna actually. We have to go through his devotees. And the topmost devotee is Srimati Radharani. If Radharani is pleased, then Lord Krishna is pleased. So that is why all this parampara, all this Guru Acharya, right? They are all the representatives of Srimati Radharani. They are all serving Srimati Radharani. Who is serving the Supreme Lord? Right? That is her greatness. And we always, chant Panchatattva mantra, right? Who are these Panchatattva? We just saw the merciful incarnation, Gaur Nitai, Arati today, right? Gaur Arati. Ki bajayo Gaura Chande Arati Kashoba Arati Kore Brahma Adideva Gane. So these incarnation, most merciful incarnation is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is none other than the combination of Radha and Krishna. No? Lord can come as a combination of Radha and Krishna because he wants to know what is that pleasure that Radharani is getting by worshipping me. How is that she is enjoying so much? Whether I am there personally or not there. Still, she is always in my mode. She's always thinking of me. What is that she is experiencing that I am not able to understand? Krishna is absolute. He's complete. He is having full knowledge. He is opulent, most opulent of all 6 opulences. Right? Aishwaryasya samagrasya, viryasya yashashashriyah, jnana vairagyasya, sammam bhagaiti. But still, Krishna wants to know what is this that Radharani is experiencing, and I want to know that. And that's why Lord Krishna planned to take an avatar as Mahaprabhu, as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, in the mood of Radharani, in the mood of a devotee, just to see what is that devotion that she is experiencing. That's why he incarnated. And because Lord incarnated, along with Krishna, always Balram associates. Right? He always have to come down, either as Lakshmana or as Balaram. And that is Nityananda Prabhu, who is standing to the right of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is in the center. Okay? To the right of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Nityananda Prabhu. And to the left of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Gadadhar Pandit, who is he is also actually Srimati Radharani. Gadadhar Pandit is the avatar of Srimati Radharani. And then we have to the right of Nityananda Prabhu, we have Advaita Acharya, who is the Sadashiva form, Sadashiva. Shiva who resides in the spiritual world. And the last, that is Srivas Pandit, who is standing on the left of Gadadhar Pandit, is Srivas Pandit. It's a great devotee. That is why we always recite this mantra called Panchatattva mantra, who are very merciful. If at all we do some kind of offenses, some kind of inattentive chanting, we always pray them that we get strength to chant the holy names properly. That is why we say Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivas Adi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Srivas Adi, Adi matlab etc. Gaura Bhakta Vrinda is all the Vaishnavas, all the devotees who come in this lineage. Right? We are praying to all those devotees that please engage me in the service of the Supreme Lord. Right? So it's not easy to get service of a Supreme Lord. No. Nobody can get appointment to meet Prime Minister. Right? Nobody can meet Supreme Lord so easily. You have to go through a channel. Right? And that is Parampara system. Right? And what is this Hare Krishna Mahamantra? How do we chant? What are the essentials of doing this japa? Very simple. Very simple. We just need one bead bag and beads, the japa mala. And we need something called a Sakshi mala, which keeps the count of how many ever rounds we have completed. And this complete beads, they are having 108 beads, right? There's something called as Krishna bead in the center. Okay, and we keep forwarding, we keep like this. We keep it in the back, bead back, and we just remove out our forefinger and we chant on the middle finger. And we chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra 108 times. That completes one round. Okay, and again, after we complete this one round, we'll just not pass this bead. We'll just twist this, like this, right? Like this. Just twist it and again continue from the back. Okay, so like this, we chant this Hare Krishna Mahamantra. These are the essentials of japa. So why bag? Because the sacred names of the Lord that we chant on the beads should not sometimes fall down. If at all it's not having in the bag, we sometimes keep somewhere, right? Somewhere there could be some filth, something, right? So it should not lose that. It's a sacred thing. Correct. That is why in order to maintain the secrecy, we keep it in the bag. And also the Sakshi Mala, it will be helpful for counting our rounds. Correct. So these are the most important essentials to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Yeah. Now, people might ask, okay, when do we chant then? Is there a specific time to chant? How do we chant? all these many questions they might have. Here, you can see, anybody wants to read this?
Can I read, Mataji?
Please, Mataji. Yes.
When to chant, O my Lord, your holy name alone can render all benediction to living beings, and thus you have hundreds and millions of names, like Krishna and Govinda. In these transcendental names, you have invested all your transcendental energies. There are not even hard and fast rules for chanting these names. O my Lord, out of kindness, you enable us to easily approach you by your holy names, but I'm so unfortunate that I have no attraction for them. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Yes. So Lord has mercifully incarnated as the holy names. Otherwise, can we even imagine ourselves being in this present age to even, do some kind of worship, some kind of meditation, some kind of, yajna, sacrifices, etc., in order to please the Supreme Lord? It's very, very difficult, right? If at all we have to go through the meditation process, it is so difficult. We might have gone through, we might have read the Ashtanga Yoga, the Dhyana Yoga chapter in Bhagavad Gita, and Lord says so many rules and regulations. You have to sit on this particular seat. It should be correctly maintained. The height should be like this. The eyes should not be completely closed. It should be half open. The body should be very erect. Everything should be in the neck, the face, neck, and the body should be in a straight line. And the person should be completely celibate. So many rules that one has to follow in order to follow the process of meditation, which we all know that who did it? Anybody remembers? Who could achieve? Who could see? Dhruva Maharaj.
Dhruva Maharaj.
Dhruva could do it. Dhruva could successfully do it. But can all of us or anybody of us can do and achieve or try to get
Not possible, Mataji.
It's really possible. Very difficult, right? So difficult. And that's a rule that we have to, if at all we are going through the meditation process, then that is the rule. We have to follow all those rules. Not that I'll sit at home, 15 minutes kar diya, ho gaya. I am following meditation, I will see Supreme Lord. Maybe he is still in the hope, that's all. Right? But Lord doesn't say that you sit at home and do meditation. Lord says you have to go to a secluded place. Go to Haridwar, Rishikesh, or Himalayas. Sit there and do, secluded. Not with the family. Not having prasadam, enjoying with family, children. No, that's not the way for meditators. Right? Or if at all we are going for Archa Vigraha, there's so many rules and regulations. Right? In Jagannath Puri, they say for the Lord Jagannath, they offer 56 times bhoga. And it's not easy to maintain a temple or, taking care of the Vigrahas, Archa Vigraha. So much of cost is involved. Can anybody maintain a temple now in Kali Yuga? It's so difficult. Or having Archa Vigraha at home and then worshipping with all kinds of rules and regulations. So many rules. Just if at all we concentrate only on the temple worship or deity worship. So many, we should be very clean. We should take bath 3 times a day. Very, very, very pure. No house has to be. There should be no child doing something of, pooping or like that. No. So all again has to be cleansed immediately. So very, very strict rules are there for the deity worship. So very, very important that we understand what is the syllabus, what is the recommended dharma in the age of Kali, which we are all residing now. We are not staying in Satya, Treta or Dwapar Yuga. We are all living in Kali Yuga. And Kali Yuga, nobody can live for lakhs and lakhs of years. Our lives are very, very short. In this short time, with such less memory, with such condition, right? What is the best thing that we can do? Lord has mercifully given us the way that we can just simply chant the name of the Lord and get all perfection, all the result that one does by meditation or by deity worship or by sacrificial fire. Everything a person will get just by doing chanting. How merciful Lord could be, right? Lord exactly knows what we are, right? He knows us actually. He knows everything. Definitely he knows us. It's sitting in our hearts. He knows what I'm thinking, right? That's why it is told here, the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that In this Kali Yuga, Lord has got so many names, but still, he has told that for chanting, there are no hard and fast rules at all. Anybody can chant anywhere. That is the benefit, even while we are working something. Our mouth is not engaged in doing any work, right? We don't do work with our mouth. We either talk or eat. That's all. That's the only task for the mouth. Correct? So if at all we have to talk about the Supreme Lord. If at all we have to talk, just chant the names of the Lord. If at all we have to eat, just eat the prasadam. That way we are always in the association of Krishna, Supreme Lord. Right? That is a benefit that we can make use of. That's how we should use this mouth actually. Not in just chit-chatting, gossiping this. Hey, whoa, do you know what happened to her? Do you know what happened to this boy? You know what she said? Do you know what happened to this boy? No, he jumped from 10th floor. You know what all this happened? You know how this happened? What will we do by all this? Our mind also will get polluted, isn't it? And we'll keep remembering, recollecting those words and all that. It's unnecessary waste of time. But instead, if we understand how bad is Kali Yuga, what kind of age we are into, what is our situation, then we'll immediately take up the process of chanting, isn't it? If at all we think that, acha, now we have got so much of time, surplus of time, मैं आराम से कर लूंगी, I'll take it later, little later, or I know so many procedures to do. Then what happens? Then time will be gone, right? Train chut jayegi. And even if you try to catch another train, the train is gone. We'll have to wait for another, we don't know how many lifetimes. Because nobody knows at the time of death in what consciousness we will be. It all depends on what we have practiced all through our life. Correct? But we always engage ourselves in gossiping about somebody. Even when we are in hospital or sometime in our crucial time, also we'll think of that only. Those things only will come to our mind. Correct? Because practice is all about our routine, whatever we are habituated, that is what will always keep remembering us. That's why it's very important that what kind of habit we make, what is our routine, what is our company, what do we speak. That's why in order to purify us, Lord has given very simple process of chanting his names, which is very, very easy. That's why Lord says that you have to take this process of chanting. And what happens, there was one pastime with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. There was one boy called Gopal. Okay. And by chance, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu just told sometime, like very casually, they used to have a very good friendly relation. Okay, this boy was a small boy, Gopal. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu just said, oh, hey, Guru, come here. Like that, he used to make jokes, crack like that. And what happened is Gopal Guru, one day, he had he knew one person. He used to always chant, okay? Continuously kept chanting. And he had to go to, the restroom to defecate. And what happened? He tried to hold his tongue in between his fingers just to stop himself from chanting. Thinking that it's an impure place and let me not chant there. Let me not take the Lord's names there. It's so pure and I cannot take in the impure place. That's what his idea was. And this Gopal Guru, the small boy, started screaming at him, started yelling, hey, what will happen to you if at all you're going to die in the toilet? What will happen? If at all that's your last breath, what will happen if you have not chanted that time? Don't do such a big mistake. Just take off your fingers from your mouth and just keep chanting there. No, whether it's whatever place it could be. Just simply chant, he says. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu just hears that conversation, that Gopal Guru shouting on that person. And he says, he understood that this person, this Gopal Guru was kept a name as Makaradwaja Pandit, who was also known as Gopal Guru. And he started realizing that this Gopal Guru is not an ordinary person. Whatever he's preaching, he's actually practicing. The one who practices and then preaches, he is an acharya, he is a guru. Without practicing, if somebody is just speaking, he is not called an acharya. Achar prachar. Right? Srila Prabhupada, whatever he used to say, he used to follow. Simplicity, or, being truthful, or chanting, being a pure devotee, there was no requirement for him to chant. Still, because his guru had ordered him, he used to chant. He used to chant how many ever rounds his guru had ordered him. That is Guru. That is an Acharya, one who practices and then preaches. Right? And then Mahaprabhu was very, very impressed that he was sharing this wisdom with one Vaishnava. And he was very impressed that he had called him Guru sometime. Right? Only who is called a Guru, that we should try to understand. A Guru or an Acharya will always practice whatever he says. Right? And that's when there will be an effect on somebody. Without practicing, if somebody says, see, if at all a person is smoking, and if he says for everybody smoking is dangerous to health, don't smoke to his own son, will he follow? He'll say, you yourself, you are not stopped. You are following. Right? How can I stop? How can I not take up this practice? Right? There was a father, one small story, just on the lighter side. There was one father who was a big drunkard, and he had two sons. And one son started telling that, he also became a big drunkard. And during his last minute, everybody started asking, Arey, why did you become a big drunkard, man? Why did you become a big drunkard? Then he started telling, you know what? My father was a big drunkard, and I learned this habit from my father. So that's why I couldn't leave this, habit. And that's how my, health got upset. I'm now in my last stages. And okay, then there was another son of that person. And he became a very, very, he did not take up this practice of drinking, but he became a very intelligent, some Supreme Court judge or somebody, a big magistrate or somebody. And somebody asked him, how did you not become like your brother? Your father was a big drunkard, is all what we know. But how did you not take up this practice? Then he said, because my father was a drunkard, I thought that I should not become like my father, nor like my brother. Otherwise, I lose my money, I lose my intelligence, I lose my health, everything. My life will be spoiled. Right? So it's up to us whom we follow. If we keep complaining, that sometimes they say that we are under the association of some guru, we are practicing somebody, who says that you don't have to follow any rules, any regulations. Right? Many people get attracted to that. But they say that if at all we want to buy a diamond, right? And I say that I want to buy the diamond only for 100 rupees. I'm not ready to spend more than 100 rupees for the diamond. Then the original authentic shop, they'll say, sorry, we can't give you diamond for 100 rupees. But if there is some, duplicate, imitation shop, it will say, yes, we have got a diamond for you. Please take it. It will cost just 100 rupees. Then this person will become very happy. Yes, I've got a diamond. So is there a diamond? No. So we should try to understand what are we that we are buying and for what cost. Okay. It's a very important few things that we understand in spiritual life. Otherwise, there are many places that we might get cheated. Right? Yes. So should I chant loudly? Sometimes people ask. Yes. Hare Krishna Mahamantra is meant to be chanted little loudly, not mentally, not very loudly, that disturbs others, but at least I should be able to chant that much that I can hear. Like Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This sound is enough for me to hear. I don't have to make others hear, but at least this much is enough. Because there was one past time when His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj, when he in the beginning of his spiritual life, he was chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra loudly. And few devotees went to Srila Prabhupada and they complained. And that time, Jayapataka Swami Maharaj was called as Bhakta Jay. Bhakta Jay. So one person said that, they said to Prabhupada that Bhakta Jay is chanting Mahamantra very loudly. It's disturbing all of us. What should we do? Then Prabhupada called Bhakta Jay. It seems I got a complaint that you're chanting very loudly. Yes, Prabhupada, because when I chant loud, silently, then my mind gets, goes here, there. So that's the reason I chant loudly, so that I can hear the mantra. Then Prabhupada said, very good. You should chant loudly. Do one thing. If all of these people are getting disturbed, just go on the, on the little back side of the temple where there's little, up, like a small hill kind of a thing. You can sit there and peacefully chant loudly. That's okay. Because all the living beings around you also will take benefit. So it's good that you chant loudly. That's what Srila Prabhupada said. So he has mentioned this in so many of his lectures. That if at all we chant it loudly, many living beings around us get benefited. We don't know who. Maybe sometimes where we are chanting, while we are walking or somewhere, there is some dog or some living being, some bird, some insect, which might hear. Of course, it cannot grasp or it cannot memorize or it cannot even speak out. But there will be an effect of that mantra, Maha Mantra, in their lives. Right? Or if some living being is about to die, if at all it hears the Maha Mantra, if at all we are chanting loudly, then it's a great birth, right? That bird or insect might get a very good birth of human being. Or even it can go back to God if Krishna is pleased. Right? It's all left in Lord's hands. So that is why it's always good that we chant it loudly, not mentally. No. This is not a secret mantra or the Vedic hymns that we chant, inside our heart. Not like the Gayatris that we chant, right? This is a Maha Mantra. This is the mantra of all the mantras. That great mantra. That is why it's called Maha Mantra. That's why it is always good to chant little loudly. Okay. So we'll chant one round Maha Mantra now, and then we'll proceed. If you all have any questions, yeah, we can also cover this and then chant. Yeah, which kind of beads to be used? Many people have this doubt. So there is something called as Tulsi beads. Also, the beads made up of neem tree. Okay, so initially, while we are starting the chanting, we'll start with neem beads. Okay, and then while during the time of initiation and spiritual master gives the beads, that time, the spiritual master will chant in the Tulsi beads and then he'll give it to us. Okay, so that will be an original, that will be an authentic and very, always the blessing of the spiritual master will be there. So to begin with, we always chant with the neem beads, which is available in all the temple, all these ISKCON centers. So we can chant with the neem beads and then slowly we can increase our rounds. And then when we get the initiation from the spiritual master, that time we can start from Tulsi beads. That's the recommended process. Okay. So, yeah. Here, it's told that how is their mind during chanting? Anybody wants to say? How does our mind work during chanting?
It's like a monkey jumping here and there.
Right. What all thoughts will come, Mataji? What kind of
connected at home, Mataji, what we have to do. So many rush into our mind.
Some work in the
Sometimes only
kitchen.
we realize that we've gone off track. But we'll be chanting but the thoughts are like
Too
many times.
Mouth is chanting, but the mind is going here and there, jumping like a monkey.
Sometimes which you haven't even thought of will keep coming, right? Some strange also keeps coming, thoughts.
Yeah, some people or something that you have to call.
Right.
Unnecessary thoughts.
Yes, unnecessary thoughts keep coming, flooding our minds. It will not let us to right? That happens because our mind is like that. Our mind is very, very flickering. The thoughts keep coming. So many keeps coming. Just like jumping of the monkey. That's for sure. But what do we do? If at all the mind keeps going here, there, what do we do? Do we let them go?
Call it back again. When we realize that we have deviated, then we call it back again.
Bring it back, yes. And we realize that we have gone away from Krishna somewhere, we should bring it back, because during the chanting, it's told that Lord Krishna will be dancing on our tongue. He'll be residing on our tongue. So important that we call a person, if at all in the normal life also, we call somebody. And after they come to our house, if at all we don't properly take care of them or, show some nice gesture, will it not be an offense to them? It will be, right? Same way, we are calling the Supreme Lord, and Supreme Lord is turning back, is coming. But our mind is going somewhere. We are thinking something else. Is it the right way, proper way to receive the Supreme Lord?
No.
So we should concentrate on the words that we utter. Right? The rules, the only rule, some people were asking, okay, now Prabhupada, please tell us that if at all while we're chanting, should we see a deity? Should we think of Lord Krishna? Should we remember his pastimes? What should we do? Tell us, what should we do? What should our mind think? Then Prabhupada said, there's no business with the mind at all. The only business is you chant and you hear. That's all is the thing that you have to do. When we chant and we hear, automatically what will mind do? It will also hear, right? Mind will be there, fixed in one place. If at all we are hearing, we are focusing on hearing. If we lose the focus of hearing, then mind will go everywhere, correct?
Yes,
That's
Mataji.
right. Now, if you all are attentively hearing now, then you are all here in the class. Correct? If at all 1 second attention goes away here, there's some WhatsApp notification, something, mind will go somewhere. And we stop hearing. So hearing is very, very important. That's why in Navavida Bhakti also, in the 9 ways of devotional service, Shravanam is given the utmost importance. Because even a person who is sleeping, he can hear through the help of alarm, right? The ears are always active. The mind is always active, actually. Only the body is resting. That's why hearing is such an important process of purification. That's why we should utter these names of Hare Krishna Mantra, and that will go through our ears and it will go inside our heart. That's how the cleaning will start. All the anarthas which are accumulated from millions and millions of lifetimes, so much. Just imagine a thick, dense, dust sitting on the mirror. Right? We can't see our face clearly, right? On a dusty mirror. So that has become, actually, our heart is so much impure that we can't see ourselves. Now, whatever we are seeing ourselves, that is not we, in fact. We are just seeing the false person. We are just misrepresenting ourselves as this or that, like that, as as belonging to this state or that state, or I'm somebody so-and-so's daughter, so-and-so's wife. All this is a bodily representation. What is a real rupa, real face? That is covered totally with so much of dust. That has to be cleansed in order to see ourselves clearly. And for that, chanting is the only way for purification. Lord is sitting inside, and what is he doing? He's doing an activity of cleaning. Paramatma is doing the activity of cleaning. Only when we chant. If at all we don't chant, then impurities will remain. In fact, we'll be doing more, right? We'll keep accumulating more sins, more karma, right? That's why this chanting has to become a routine in our life. That to proper chanting, attentive chanting. That's why it is told anytime you can chant, any time of the day we can chant. But we should be doing attentive chanting. The words have to be spoken clearly. Not Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Rama. We utter every word, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare. Utter every 16 words. So important it is. Yeah. Now, how do we do this japa? There's a technique for this also. There's called 4-step japa technique. What is it? Anybody wants to read the first one?
Yeah,
Yes, please, Prabhuji.
make a sankalpa.
Yeah. First one is make a sankalpa. Sankalpa is what? Say, for example, there is a student. Okay. We have admitted the student to an engineering college. What we'll say? We'll say that this college, this degree is for 4 years. Engineering, say, for example, BTech degree, it's for 4 years. This is this college. Please make sure that you finish your degree. Your 4 years of degree, you finish it. Right? If at all we advise it like that, then the student will have, yes, I have to finish a degree. I should not leave in between, or I should not detain. I should just complete my course. Right? That will be there in the student's mind. Same way, even if at all I think, okay, let me do 1 round of japa today. That's all. That itself is sankalpa. The mind will be, oh, you have told this, okay, I have to do this. Oh, you have told this. The mind will keep remembering that. Then it will help us in doing that work. If at all we don't take sankalpa, okay, maybe I will or I will not, I cannot say like this. If at all we tell, if at all the students say, oh, dad, please don't tell me that I have to finish the 4 years degree. I will or I will not. I cannot say. Then he will definitely not, right? Definitely there is chances that he will not complete the degree. Right? That is why we should take a sankalpa that I will chant. Second, who wants to read? Anybody else?
Shall I, Mataji?
Please, Master.
Neglect the mind. Hare Krishna.
Yes, thank you. So mind keeps behaving like the monkey. Should we listen to the mind? अच्छा mind was like, अच्छा अरे आज तो पाव भाजी बनाना था मैं तो oh I was supposed to prepare pav bhaji but aloo is not there. Okay, let me go and bring now aloo. Shall I get up and go and bring aloo now? No, we are not supposed to listen to the mind now. Not during chanting. You can do it later. But chanting activity, it's for that activity only. Right? While the exam is going on, student is writing. If at all he thinks of the video game or something and comes back home, is it correct? He'll fail in the exam. Right? So we should not listen to our mind. Instead, just neglect it. Right? Even when we become parents, sometimes the kids keep crying, cribbing, so many times. Even in the art of parenting, doctors say, just learn to neglect sometimes. Learn to neglect sometimes. Not in very important cases, but when it is not required, we can actually neglect. We don't have to satisfy every demand of the child. No, that's not a rule. There's no rule like that. They don't know what they're asking also. They also keep getting thoughts and they also keep telling, that's all. We have to filter out what should be taken and what not to be taken, right? So we can neglect sometimes. Same way, even our mind is like a small, cranky baby. We can also neglect the mind. Especially during chanting, we have to neglect. Right? Yes. Third one.
Take shelter.
Take shelter. Whose shelter we have to take? Take the shelter of the holy names. You're chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Take the shelter of the Mahamantra. Take shelter. Please pray to that Mahamantra and chant. Right? Always one should be under the shelter of the Supreme Lord. And the names and the Lord both are non-different. Both are absolute. Both are absolute in nature. Name of the Lord, person himself, Krishna, is also complete. But here, if at all I say, if I'm feeling thirsty, if I say water, 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 my thirst won't get quenched, right? I have to drink water, right? There is a substance and there is a name separate. So that is why everything is relative here. But in the spiritual world, nothing is relative. Everything is absolute in nature. So that is why we have to take shelter of the holy names. That's because, see, taking shelter of the Supreme Lord is okay. But taking shelter of the holy name is best, because holy name is the merciful incarnation of the Lord, right? You can take the name anywhere. Anywhere. Maybe Lord personally might not come, but the holy name will protect the person if one has uttered the names of the Lord. Just like in the case of Ajamila. He just uttered the name of Narayana. Right? Even Gajendra, right? The elephant Gajendra just started chanting the prayers to the Lord. Right? So taking shelter of the name is very, very important. The name itself, just like if at all I'm coughing or I'm about to slip, right? Instead of calling Amma, Ayyo, Papa, or oh my God, oh my, no F-U-C-K, no bad words, or no any lame words. Instead, take the names of Krishna. Oh Krishna. Oh Krishna. Oh my God. Instead of oh my God, also let us just take the name of the Lord. Why oh my God? Who is that God? God is Krishna here. God is Bhagavan. Right? Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Echesa Kala Pumsa Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Just take the name of the Lord directly. Oh Krishna. Right? When we are sneezing, coughing, or even when we call, right? We might hear devotees calling as Hare Krishna. Why say hello? Why hello, hi, bye? Hare Krishna. Just take the name. Again, one name will fall into your account. Right? So important. We always think, well, usually we might have seen our parents, right? Saving money, speaking that one rupee is so important to save. It will help us in our difficult days, in our future days. We might have heard from our parents, grandparents. Same way, one name of Lord is so important that we utter, that we recite, that we chant. That will come for our protection. Right? So that is why we should take shelter of the name. Very important. and await for Krishna's mercy. Okay, now ho gaya. I have started chanting now. Mataji or Prabhuji, I'm chanting from past 1 year or from past few months. Where is Krishna? I can't see him. Where is he? He's still not come. I am doing proper chanting. 6 months ho gaya. 1 year ho gaya. Where is he? Where is he? You said I can see. You said that Krishna can be seen. You said Krishna will come when we take the names. For Ajamala he came. Why not is he coming for me? What should we say for that? Should we stop chanting then? Because Krishna is not coming? No. We should wait for Krishna's mercy till the end. Till the end of our life, we should wait for his mercy. He is very merciful. That is why he has given his name. Right? He did not say, okay, what is your qualification? Come on, tell me. Only then I will give you the job. That is in terms of job, right? They'll interview, they'll pass us, and only then they'll give us the job. But here, Krishna is not giving based on any interview. How many sins? How many good karma? No, nothing. He knows us everything. Right? He's the supreme father of all, in all our births. He knows what kind of a person we are. But still, he will always stay with us in every birth. And still, he has given us his names very mercifully. So we just keep taking. That's all. Everything will become perfect just by taking his names. And we have to always wait for his mercy very patiently. We should have that hope, faith in the names of the Lord. Only then Lord will give, then only then we'll have that complete realization. If at all we lose patience, many people say, okay, we have tried this, we have tried that, we have tried this, we have tried that. Okay, what is that? We'll try this also. No. We should keep on taking, whether you try or not try, whether we have or not have faith, just take the names, just take the name. Automatically faith will come. Automatically all our doubts will be cleared. Every problem will get a solution. In fact, so potent as name. That's why we have to wait for Krishna's mercy. So these are the 4-step process for doing a japa very efficiently. Make a sankalpa that I will do one round of Hare Krishna now. And in between, if at all my mind disturbs me, just learn to neglect it. Okay? And then take the shelter. Just keep chanting the names and wait for Krishna's mercy. Don't come to a conclusion. No, this is not working. No, we cannot say like that. What do we know? We can't make a conclusion in a short span of life. Right? Lord is there to give mercy. He is very merciful. He will give. He's waiting for us, in fact. Today I heard a very wonderful small analogy where when Prabhuji was saying in the Bhagavatam lecture today in the temple, Abbott's temple, I had been there. So he said there's one rich father who has got 2 sons. Okay. A father is very worried because the father has given, the son said that just give me my share, I want to go away. So the son, the younger son, he just takes the money, he just goes away. He says that please stop, don't go away. If at all you have money, people will come. They'll come till the time you have money. Once all your money is over, nobody will be there with you. Still the son doesn't listen. He'll go, he'll finish the money is all over, then he's struggling. Okay. And what happens? The elder brother, he sees that younger brother is suffering and father is also very worried. So what he'll say? What he'll do? The elder brother, he'll go in search of his younger brother. He'll somehow find him out. So he'll go in search of the younger brother and he'll somehow go and convince him. Let's see. Father said that don't go. You just left him and went. Now, how much difficulty you have to go through all this? Just come back home. My father is ready to accept us. Just please come home. Even though you have finished all the money, it's okay. Just please come. Right? He's convincing the younger brother. Okay, chalo, enough is enough. I'll come with you. Then what will father accept or not? Will he accept the younger son?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. He will accept the younger son. Finally, my son is back, he'll say. Right? So who is the father?
Lord Krishna.
Supreme Lord is the father. Who is that younger son?
when we get detached, or when we get distracted? Each one of us when we get distracted?
Yes, each one of us who have left our father's house and come out of the house, right? Thinking that I can be independent. I can be happy without you, father. No, we cannot. And who is that person, elder brother, who tried to unite the younger son with the father? Who is that person?
The Mahamantra.
Krishna Mahamantra.
Acharyas like Prabhupada.
Yes, Nitya Mataji, you're right. That
Spiritual
is,
master.
Spiritual master, right, Mataji?
that's the spiritual master who will unite the living being with the Supreme Father, the Lord. Right? That is mercy. When does Krishna throw mercy? When a person has taken the human form of birth, that's the first mercy. When a person has got a spiritual master in his life, that's the second mercy. Right? Only when we take this chanting process very seriously, we get the desire in our heart. Yes, I want to unite with my father. I want to be always happy. Just relax, calm, just like how students go back homes after their exams. Just relax, enjoying, having nice food stuff, being with parents all the time. It's so fun, no? Huh? If you want to see those days, then there is spiritual master whom Lord has sent, right, as a representative. They will take us back. They are there for that, to unite us back. Right? So that is Krishna's mercy. There is one wonderful verse in Guru Ashtakam which says, Yasya prasadad bhagavat prasado, Yasya prasada nagati kutopi, Jayam stuvam stasya Yasya stri sandhyam, Vande Gurum Shri Charanaravindam. Means if at all Lord is very pleased, then he'll send a spiritual master in our life. And if the spiritual master is very pleased, then Lord will be very pleased. Like that. No? So that is Krishna's mercy. So it will definitely come. When we start chanting, all the mercy will flow. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is very, very merciful to incarnate and give us this very simple process of chanting. Just have to take it, that's all. Right? Very simple. Yes. There is one question, nice question asked by one of the disciples of Srila Guru Maharaj. He says that, Dear Guru Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. Could you please guide me to increase my concentration during chanting? I start concentrating at the beginning. Then after 4 or 5 nama, my mind wanders. Please guide Guru Maharaj, your humble servant. And then spiritual master says, well, at least you have concentration for 3 or 4 namas. It's very good. You are in the right direction. And this is the step in the right direction, he says. So that is why you see, if you chant too slow, then the mind will wander. Very slowly or very fast, very softly, also very, sometimes mind will go here, there, right? So sometimes Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Rama, like this will sleep off it. Right? Not so very slowly chanting is also not recommended. Okay, so if you try to chant and concentrate on Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, which I would do to myself, is what the Guru Maharaj is saying. So how long it will take for you to chant 1 round or 3 rounds? Not too fast that the words are not clear, and not too slow that the mind wanders. Right? Every word has to be spoken clearly in a proper speed where you concentrate. Right? Sometimes many people keep this watch stop. Watch stop is there, right, in our alarms. You can just click on, the time will keep going, right? So because the time is going, you'll be watchful about the time. Otherwise, few people, actually it will take 7 minutes to chant 1 round. Many people will take 10 minutes, 15 minutes, slowly chanting in between, thinking, doing, watching. No, there should be time limit. Like that, the flow will be there. Flow of the Mahamantra will be there. So that's why Guru Maharaj is saying like this, don't do very slow, that mind wanders. So like this, we can try to chant. And if we use the senses, use our eyes to see the deities. If we want to see something, after some time, you can see deities. For years, you can hear, you can put Prabhupada chanting. So that's why in the morning chanting, we put Prabhupada chanting. Right? For mouth, chant. right? For the nose to smell some flowers in between, maybe if I have offered any Narsima scent to the Lord, just take, nice Narsima, okay, nice Narsima, think of Narsima and just chant. Like that we can do. And try to engage all our senses in Krishna's meditation. This is the meditation. This is meditation. This is the personal meditation of the Lord. This meditation we do. What is this called? Mantra meditation. Right? We do this. So sometimes being a manager, I would get distracted by things. Oh, I have to do this, that, this today, that today. So right, many things keep coming in our mind because we are all the managers of the house, correct? All the women especially. So are women in their offices. Right? So they have so many tasks to do. Correct. That's true. So what I do is I carry a notebook, I write it down, and then just keep it away. Okay, something came in my mind. Okay, something is needed for my son or my husband or my in-law, something, some medicine urgent. Yeah, I'll make a note of it, keep it aside, and then I'll fulfill it immediately after my chanting. It's not that I'll ignore it. No, I'll take care. But once I done my round, like that, I write it down and then I'll keep it away. Then I would not think about it anymore. See, if at all you fulfill, fulfilling the mind means just make a note. So mind will understand, okay, he or she has made a note of it. So it will be fulfilled later. So mind will somehow calm down, right? So it will again not disturb us. That thought will not keep on coming. Hey, you'll keep forgetting. Hey, you'll keep forgetting. Hey, you'll keep forgetting. So let me remind. No. If I make a note, it means mind has got to know that, okay, I made a note. I am going to do it like that. So I will look at the notebook at the end of the japa and I just try to chant. And if a thought kept coming again and again, I would write it down and keep it again. And again, chant Hare Krishna. So you can try all these things and see how it works. So Guru Maharaj is giving some tips like this. Okay, we can do like that and just stop our mind from disturbing us. So now many people might ask, why a fixed number of times? Right? Here, Sri Prabhupada is saying something very, very valuable, if at all we have. Do we try to keep it safely? Right? We try to keep it safely, right? Some valuable jewels or money. Right? Even when we are depositing some money in the bank, do we just keep the money like that, or there is a deposit slip where we write our account number, name, and I say 100 denomination into 10, 500 denomination into 5, and then total sum, okay, 50,000 in the bank. Correct? I make a entry, right? There is a count, right? Of how much money, how much necklace, how much jewelry, whatever. We have a count of everything. Correct? Same way, Hare Krishna Mahamantra is very, very valuable. That is why we keep a count. We count the names, right? So I'll just tell you one small, simple count of, if at all we chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, the 16 words, right, into 108 times. Say, for example, we are doing one round of 108 times. Okay. How much this comes up to? Please multiply 16 into 108. It becomes 1,700. Right? Correct? And in a year, how much it happens? Maybe it becomes 6,30,000. Okay? 6,30,000 names of the Lord. And if at all somebody is chanting 16 rounds, how much it happens? It becomes 1 crore. So just imagine chanting, whoever is chanting 16 rounds, minimum 16 rounds, which Prabhupada has given us, the minimum count. If one chants 16 rounds of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, it becomes a crorepati, karodpati. What is our money, our jewelry meant for actually? It doesn't even come with us in our next life, correct? Anybody can carry their houses or their property, their asset, bank balance, anything? Our family members, anybody can come with us? Not even our dress that we have worn, right? But we can carry along with us this wealth of the names of the Lord, right? So here it's told, because Goswamis kept a number, a numerical strength. Haridas Thakur kept the biggest. Yeah, he used to chant 22 hours a day. Others, they also kept, but not so big. But because like Rupa Goswami had to write so many books, they were not keeping a big number, but they used to chant. But Haridas Thakur used to do 3 lakh in a day. Okay. But there was some numerical. So similarly, we must have some numerical strength. Right? And I have minimized. Srila Prabhupada is telling that I have minimized it for the Kali Yuga people, for this modern age people. So that is why Prabhupada says minimum 16 rounds is compulsory. Beyond that, it's okay. You can chant 17, 18, no matter. That's okay. One should feel like chanting more. Only then the person has got the taste of chanting. If at all after 16 ho gaya, bas ho gaya, to itna acha, it's not done, but that's okay. But that's also very appreciable. Here, actually what happened is, the Haridas Thakur, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said that it's okay now that you have become little old, you can stop, you can actually reduce your number of rounds, he said. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself told. Haridas Thakur said, no, I'll not reduce this quantity. I'll keep on increasing. That is called quality. If at all we are feeling that I should do, it means that we have got the taste. And how do we get the taste? Only when we do, we'll get the taste. Right? Initially, when we are, maybe say a girl has married newly, she doesn't know how to cook. Right? But as and how she practices doing it, she'll become a very good, right? Very good chef, right? She can even start becoming very efficient, cook fast, cook many items in the same time, or try out so many things. She'll become expert in it. So one only becomes expert by practice. Correct? So that is why one has to keep chanting. No matter whether we are practicing correctly, we are chanting correctly or not, that's okay. We just have to chant, utter the names properly here. That's enough. That's why it is told that. Okay. So here it's told that, just follow the advice of the spiritual master, because the mantra will save you from the dangers of Maya. It's a fact. Srila Prabhupada is telling. Just follow the instruction of spiritual master. So one might say that we don't have the spiritual master. But spiritual master means we are reading the books of Srila Prabhupada. We are following the knowledge given by a pure devotee of the Lord. So if at all we follow, we'll get immensely benefited. Right? So that's why we can try to follow, chant. Slowly we can begin with 1 round. Okay, and slowly keep on increasing for every 11 days, maybe by Ekadashi or 11th day of every month. We can slowly increase by 1.5 round, and then slowly 2 rounds. Slowly we should keep on increasing. Just like how if at all we go to a gym, do we start taking a very huge heavy weight on the first day itself? No, right? Slowly what will that gym trainer will do? He'll slowly keep on increasing the weight. Slowly. Right? So that our muscles also would have become very stretched, very flexible, right? Which will help us to increase our capability. So like this, we should always increase our capability. Okay. Yeah, now quality or quantity is something very important question. Okay. So Srila Prabhupada is saying, quality you will understand, first of all, come to the quality. Without having quality, how will you understand without having the quantity, how will you understand the quality? You follow the instruction of your spiritual master. That is your duty. Okay. So when the quantity comes, there is no force. You will have a taste for chanting. So you will desire at what time. Why 16 rounds? Then why not 16,000 rounds? When we start doing 16 rounds, then we'll start feeling why not 16,000. So that is why we have to come to the point of 16 rounds, is what Srila Prabhupada is saying. Once we follow the quantity, quality will follow. Okay. Just like Haridas Thakur was doing, he was not forced to do. Even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu requested that you have become very old, you can reduce. But he said, no, not even up to the end of my life, I'll stop. And that is called quality. So we'll all get that quality of chanting when we start chanting and come to the minimum rounds of 16. Then automatically we'll get immense mercy of the spiritual master in our life. And once we have mercy of spiritual master, then automatically the Supreme Lord will be very pleased. Right? Because spiritual master is as good as Supreme Lord. Sakshadharitvena samasta shastre uktastatha bhavyata eva sadhe kintu prabhuya priya eva tasya vande gurum shri Charana Ravindam. Sakshad Haritvena Samasta Shastre. All Samasta Shastra means what? All the Vedic injunctions point out to one person. That is called Guru, who is the representative of the Hari. If all the Shastras say that. That's why spiritual master is very, very important. So his instructions are very, very beneficial to all of us. Just if at all we try to follow, if at all we just think, okay, oh, spiritual master Prabhupada, please bless me that I should be able to chant 16 rounds someday. Please give me that strength. That's enough. If at all we are very sincere and just make a sincere request, humble prayer, that's enough. One day we'll definitely do it. One day we'll definitely do it. And we'll definitely become, crore-patis, right? Become very rich with all the holy names, right? Holy name is very important. And if at all we make this practice of chanting the names, what happens? It becomes in our routine. Then automatically we can start realizing Krishna. We can start feeling something called as Ashtavikara. What is it called? It's called, the Mahabhava. We get some bhava, we get some expressions, sometimes goosebumps, right? Tears flow from our eyes, right? We can get choked up, right? A voice suddenly doesn't come out. Many times it happens when we are in association with very good devotees or pure devotees. Like that, we keep on purifying ourselves. That is the indication that we are purified. We are getting purified. There is an effect. There is always a cleansing process happening. Even though we don't chant 16, maybe we are chanting just 1 or 2 rounds. That is also beginning of a purification, which will make us more dear to the Lord. We become very good. We'll start getting all good qualities. All good qualities. All the sinful reactions will be gone away from our life. So there's always a benefit. There is no loss at all. No loss. No loss. A little bit also if you do chanting, there is an immense benefit. Immense benefit. So much potent as this chanting of the holy name. Okay, so we have come to the end of this workshop. Now, there is one small announcement that whoever would like to take up a commitment of chanting 108 times every day can actually fill up one Google form. The Google form says that, that every day I'll just chant 1 round of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. That's all. We can just take up this Sankalpa that we read today, right? That we have just take a Sankalpa. If you take a Sankalpa, automatically what happens is that we will be able to do it successfully. If at all we don't take the Sankalpa, what happens is that we might or we might not, right? Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't do, right? Our mind keep disturbing us. Many things keep coming. Yes, everybody of us are very busy in this life. That's correct. But if at all we take that 7 minutes of commitment I'm ready to give to the Supreme Lord, that is going to benefit us immensely, immensely. It will increase our faith in the Lord. It will help us, the Hare Krishna Mahamantra itself will guide us, in the future, in every walks of our life. That's how all have become wonderful devotees. Right? In every walks of our life, we take commitment, right? Same way we take a very good commitment, positive commitment, right? Many people take commitment for marriage or for some construction, something, maybe becoming a good person or taking a promotion, whatsoever. And let us also take a spiritual commitment that I will chant the holy names, just giving 7 minutes for time for the Lord, right? Many people might say, yes, we are already thinking Lord. Yeah, but if at all we chant the names of the Lord and think, that becomes more perfect. Because we cannot depend on our mind, but we can depend on the names of the Lord. Right? However we might have chanted. Maybe if I'm chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra and talking to my friend also, that's okay. Still it will work. And so merciful is the Supreme Lord. That's right. So let us all just take one commitment. I have just sent a Google form in the chat. If you all have seen, you can just click on the Google form and just fill it up. And you all can just provide your data. Ask for mobile number, email ID, your name.
Mataji, I'm doing 4 rounds. Do I have to fill it up too?
I'm sorry, Mataji.
I am doing like 4 rounds right now, and whenever possible, 8 to 16 rounds. Should I fill this form too?
No, Mataji. This is for 1 round commitment.
Okay.
Yeah, new people.
Mataji, excuse me, Mataji, Premita here. I've also in September, Kartik month, Prabhuji, Srihari Prabhuji told, and I started with 1 round, then I now doing 4 rounds.
Okay, Mataji. No worries. No worries, Mataji.
Mataji,
Yes, Prabhuji.
Mataji. Yes, I was just trying to fill up the form, but in that the names have to be selected. So in English, your name doesn't appear. So what should I do?
Okay, what name is showing, Prabhuji? Name.
Your name appears in the Kannada language.
Oh, yeah, you can select my name, Prabhu. Yeah, I was taking Kannada before, no? That's why it is showing in Kannada. So please select
okay.
Premamayi Pooja DD. Yeah.
Can you send this link on our WhatsApp group also?
Sure, Prabhuji. I'll send.
And this PDF, what you have shown us and what we have learned, this also will you be able? Will you?
Yeah, workshop, right? Workshop PDF. Yes, Prabhuji. I'll be sharing it today.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Jai Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. I got some question. Mataji, second point of that neglecting mind. See, whenever we come across something accidental like that, the mind is disturbing. How to neglect is very important. Something it's happened, something fallen down in while chanting, and the mind divert. That means how can a doctor? It is very important. Something we have to attend. In that case, how to neglect what is to be done during that course of the time.
Prabhu, if there is any emergency, mind will be disturbed, that's for sure. But there is no harm in reciting, in chanting the names, right? You can still keep chanting, right? Instead of completely, okay, mind might say, okay, now it's an emergency, please stop everything, just take an action. Correct. Let us take the action, that's okay. But why to stop chanting? Right? Still, it's kind of affecting only, right?
But we can stop and then afterwards come back, no, Mataji?
Okay, that's okay. We can stop and
yeah, I think our attention is required at the emergency time and all. So that means at that time we can stop and then come back afterwards after attending that problem, and we come back and continue. That's okay, Mataji?
That's okay, but you can still continue. I mean, if possible, if it's really very, very emergency also, Prabhuji, it's always auspicious to chant the names.
No.
Right? So we can
continue. Now, one more problem. Now, one more question, Mataji. Say, in morning I'm doing japa. Doing japa. And because of that mind goes as oscillation like that, I am also switching up this TV, the vertical that I am seeing that Tirupati channel, where that this one, or my Mayapur channel and all these things. With chanting, that time also weaving. So whether it is correct or only one thing we have to observe, Mataji.
If at all you're watching something on the TV like DTs, that's okay, Prabhu. But not very, moving, not like, something like the scene is every time changing. Sometimes because it might disturb our minds, right? Maybe if it's helping.
No, I am only concentrating only towards deity or something kirtana. Mayapur, I am doing the Mayapur, I am putting on and then I am chanting.
It's okay, Prabhu.
So that will be okay. Hare Krishna. Thank you very kind of you.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandit Pranam. I have a question. So now we understand the importance of keeping a count of the mantras. Now, in case sometimes when you're not chanting, but you're outside and you want to chant, so and you don't have it beat bag, japals. I mean, you can still, right? I mean, at that time you'll not have a count. It is okay. That way also, right?
Yeah, it's okay. Any number, Lord Krishna says every time, Satatam. Just keep chanting. It's always good, always helps to us, in taking proper decision. For everything, it's a rescue for us. Just believe that. Like that will come for our rescue. So if there is no work, just keep chanting like that. Just
Okay.
practice chanting. That's all.
Okay, Mataji. And in the process of, continuous chanting, like after every round, after every 108, you have to use that Panchatattva mantra, right?
Yes,
That is
Mataji.
very important. Or like it's okay because sometimes I'll lose, when I'm not using the beads, it goes off. The number goes off. I mean, so after some rounds again, then
Yeah.
I'll get. So that counts. It will not be accurate or something like that. It is still okay, right? But is it very? I just want to know the significance of that Panchatattva
Yeah.
mantra.
Yes, there is a wonderful pastime, Mataji. What happened during Guru Maharaj lecture, one devotee, not lecture, somebody came to meet Guru Maharaj, and he started telling that I have been chanting for many years, but I have not got the taste in chanting. I don't know what I'm really doing. Then Shri Guru Maharaj asked, are you chanting Panchatattva mantra? Then he said, no, I'm not doing. Okay, you start chanting Panchatattva mantra, and then you come to me after a few months. Then this person started chanting Panchatattva and then Hare Krishna mantra, again Panchatattva, again Hare Krishna mantra, 1 or 8 times like that, like how we are doing. Then, after a few months, he started telling that I find so much taste in this chanting. From where I don't know, that just by introducing this Panchatattva mantra in my chanting in between, got so much of taste. I've got so much enjoyment. I don't know how I'm enjoying so much. That ruchi, whatever we do, there should be some taste, liking. Otherwise, we cannot do something. So even this chanting also, if at all, if we have to get that ruchi, then we should seek this shelter of Panchatattva mantra. So that's what Guru Maharaj advised him. And there is a result for that also. That the person told that he is now finding immense pleasure in chanting. So this chanting, if it has to become a pleasure in our life, then Panchatattva mantra will help us, Mataji. So that's why it's okay, even in 108, exactly after 108, if you don't remember. But in between, at least try to recall, recollect, and just think that it's so important. Panchatattva are very important. Is that okay, Mataji?
Okay, Matsui, thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. You can see some questions in the chat, and why do we specifically need to chant at least 16 rounds of Hare Krishna mantra? Yeah, Prabhupada, actually Prabhupada's Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj said one has to do 64 rounds actually. But 64 rounds is like it will take some 8 hours of chanting. And Prabhupada knew that in this modern times, everybody cannot stay at home and chant. Everybody have to go out, work, right? So difficult. So so much time is not easy for everybody to give. So that is why let me, reduce it to 1/4. 1/4, and then he gave 16, that minimum 16, not lesser than that. But more, of course, you can all do. So like that, Prabhupada gave an instruction to all his disciples. So like this, he made that minimum 16 rounds. That yeah. By 16 number, I think 64, 1/4, he just reduced and made it 16. But I don't know if there's any other significance of 16. I've heard this. That's all. Anybody else has got any questions? Okay, Kalyani Mataji is asking if the call bell rings and you're alone while chanting. Yes, Mataji, you can get up, just attend, and if the person leaves, you can continue chanting. If the person is somebody who has come to address something, somebody has come, yes, you can always continue later. That's okay. There's no problem. It's not an offense that we stop in between if we stop for some reason. No, there's nothing of that sort. But if our mind is disturbing, then we should try to ignore our minds. For that reason, it is there. Yeah, but if there's something that we have to really attend to something, that's okay. We have to get up, we can go, that's okay. It's okay. But always bring back our mind and focus on chanting. That we should always do. Because actually outsiders is very easy to control. Outside situation, external situations are very easy. We can easily bring things to control. But internally, controlling our mind is a very big challenge. Don't you all think so? It's the biggest challenge to control our own minds. right? That's why Arjuna also says that I can control the wind, but cannot control my mind. Mind is so difficult to control. The biggest friend, at the same time, biggest enemy. So how to control is neglect the mind, take the sankalpa, take the shelter of the names, pray that I should be able to chant. Like, in one of the senior devotees also had given us a workshop on chanting, and he was saying that, okay, if you're chanting one round, just tell that this one round, I will chant very, very properly, very sincerely. Let me take one nama, one time, at least properly. And like this, you just tell your mind, okay, Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara, Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavranda, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So did I hear all the 16 names? Yes. Okay, one more, let me hear properly now. Okay, second one. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. One more. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare. One more. Like this. Like this also slowly, if at all we do, then we also can remember every mantra. Every mantra, if at all we can hear properly, then the person becomes, very, very powerful. I mean, he gets many realizations actually. Becomes, starts getting so much of spiritual ecstasies. That's why it is told that just hear to the mantra. No other rules. Hearing is only biggest thing. That's all. It's the only rule. So like this we can do. Just I'll chant one mantra properly. Just one mantra, just one more like that. We can keep on showing, just like showing a sweet to the small kid. Like that we can show and we can increase. Okay. Yeah. Anybody else has got any questions? Okay, no questions. Then we can actually chant one round of Mahamantra properly. Try our best and do a good chanting. And all of you new members can actually stay back, chant together, because chanting together also gives us a lot of strength, lot of inspiration. Right? Doing something alone is very difficult, but doing in a group is very easy. Just like our group study is very easy. Same way, this also is very easy. So if I can request all of you to kindly turn on your cameras, be very nice, helpful to all of us. Each of us can see each other and chant. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Let's begin with Panchatattva mantra, and then Hare Krishna mantra 1 or 2 times, and then we'll close. Okay. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara, Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna Hare Hare,
Rama
Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Thank you, Mataji.
Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Hare
Hare Rama Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare